Hi, Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I'm coming to you from my home office outside of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Let me ask you a question. How would you like to turbocharge your engagement on Twitter? Well, stick around, because on this episode of The Doctor's In, I'm going to introduce you to a very simple yet effective strategy of following influencers on Twitter, where to find them and how to engage with them so that you can increase your exposure, leads, and sales for your business. So stay tuned. Today I'm going to show you a very simple strategy that you can use on Twitter to leverage the top influencers in your niche on Twitter to increase your exposure. And I'm going to show you how to do this in a two-step process. So the first thing you're asking yourself is, how can I find who the top influencers and Twitter marketers are in my niche? So the first place you're going to go to is hashtagify.me. Now this is a tool that I showed you a couple of days ago on The Doctor Is In on how this tool can give you those top 10 hashtags. But what it also does as well is it gives you the top influencers within that hashtag. So for example, we have social media marketing right here. If I clicked on top influencers, you can look here and you can find out who are some of these major influencers are in your niche for that keyword. So this is a great way that you can find people that have a highly engaged following, and now you can start following those people as well, because the name of the game on Twitter is to increase your exposures. And if you can get an influencer who will like and comment on a tweet of yours, that just increases your exposure and your influence. So once you found your influencers here, you can go back to Twitter, and I'm just going to give you an example here. You go to your lists, and then you want to make sure to add them to your list. So I have one here who are influencers in social media marketing, and I'm going to take Kim Garst. So if I click on Kim, what I can do here, and this is how you can leverage the influencers of some of your social media influencers to find out what groups they're in and who they're looking at as their influencers. So if I go to Kim Garst, I'm going to go to her lists, and I'm going to come down, and I want to make sure that it's subscribed to, because these are the lists she creates. And you can see here, she's got some great lists like top women in social media. So if I click on her list, okay, I can look here and find out who are the members of her list. And if I do that, I can just look here, and if I just hover over that person's name, I can see how many tweets she has, how many following and followers. And if this is someone that I would like to follow, all I have to do is click on the follow button. And then if I want to add them to my list, all I have to do is click on the cogwheel right here and then add them to a list. So this is just a really great way to build your influencers. And what you can also do too is you can ask people, you can take a list and say, these are my social media influencers, and you can get people to subscribe to these lists. So then people are following them as well, because now you're going to be given credibility. What I also recommend that you do as well is spend time, about maybe 10 to 15 minutes a day as part of your Twitter strategy, is to add influencers to your list. And when you've done that, I'm just going to come back here. I'm going to go back to my list here real quick. And when you're doing the list, just to spend time having this list of your social media influencers, or whoever your industry influencers are that are really big on Twitter, really active on Twitter, what you can do then is just look at this list and just start liking, commenting, being the first to comment, like, and share their posts, because when you start doing that and you're tagging them in your tweets, you're going to start getting on those influencers' radar, and then they in turn are going to reciprocate, and then you're going to see your engagement and your leads and eventually your sales are just going to explode. Did you find this video helpful? Leave a comment and share. Make sure you like my Facebook fan page so you never miss another episode The Doctor Is In. And to get more Twitter training, go to twitter.drlisamthompson.com, fill in the best information you see on your screen, and I will immediately shoot over a 60-minute video training that will show you how to build a buyer's audience on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of The Doctor Is In, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.